Yeah, well, it's bad weather night and all. Still supposed to be a real good football team and football game, and ended up not really being that way. And we turned the ball over at UMass, and if you turn the ball over in the CAA, you're going to lose that with the penalties as well. The formula for success in this league is, especially against a team like Richmond, the defending champs, outstanding football team. If you turn the ball over and have penalties that are going to set you back, they're just way too hard to overcome, and we didn't overcome those tonight. Great job by Richmond.
Kevin, in your estimation, the weather affected both teams equally, or because you guys wanted to move it around a little bit more, perhaps you more than Richmond?
No, we're playing on the same field, so it's an even playing surface, and they did a better job, controlling the rock than we did, and obviously, then they took advantage of those turnovers that we gave them, and they earned as well.
In terms of the interceptions, you didn't feel as though the weather was that much of a factor?
No, I think it's a combination of putting some pressure on the quarterback, which those D linemen did a great job of tonight at Richmond, and making good decisions, which I don't know that we did all the time tonight. And also, we got to come up with the plays on both sides. So we didn't do that at all tonight. And the weather, I'm sure, you can throw that in, but if we didn't think we could throw it, we wouldn't have in the rain.
Coach, you can't talk about the teams that hurt in the second half, not quitting, coming to basically possession game.
Sure. I mean, we've been talking all year at UMass about how the one thing we found out early in the year is that we'll play for 60 minutes against anybody and play hard for 60, and we certainly did that again. But we've also talked all year about, the lapses in execution, which we had tonight, and they certainly paid the price for those lapses in execution tonight. But the guys played extremely hard. I know Tyler had an outstanding night, statistically speaking. I'm not sure his numbers, but it's just another great job by him, and the rest of the defense really, constantly are put to the test and put to some short fields and really played hard throughout.
Was more so what you didn't do and miscued more so than, what Richmond did, so to speak?
No, it takes two to tango. I mean, certainly Richmond's forcing mistakes, and there's forced errors and unforced errors. We'll go back and watch the tape, see how many are actually forced errors and how many were unforced. But you can't take anything away from Richmond. I mean, the defending national champs haven't lost a game in about 10 years, I think. Mike London and his staff are doing an outstanding job. They're a great football team, very solid on defense. The quarterback, how many third down conversions did he make tonight? In some times, he's a great player. They got a good team all the way around. There's no question in that. So it's. Yeah, I would like to have said we didn't turn the ball over with those unforced errors and made it a better game. Well, I mean, take away it's a loss, and it's a bitter loss because with those unforced errors, you'd like to say if we didn't have those, it would have been a better shot to win a football game down here, which is hard enough. What do you take away from it? Hey, we know that the formula for success in the CAA, as we talked about, is hold on to the rock and no bad penalties, and we had both those tonight. And we'll lose every game in the CAA, and especially against a team like Richmond.
Coach, from what you saw today, is this a better Richmond team than the team that you faced last year? Have they improved?
Yeah, they definitely improved from last year. I mean, I thought last year's game was a good game also up at our place. They outplayed us and won the football game. And they're better simply because they're experienced. I mean, they got all those seniors back. They were juniors last year. The Ward at quarterback, and he's that much more polished. They've been there, done that. They got everything going the right way, and they're doing a great job.
Quarterback change, is that just for tonight, or do you look at it?
No, we evaluate every day, with all our positions. And, tonight we decided to make that change to try. We needed a spark, obviously, because we weren't going the right way offensively. And, guys are trying hard, working hard, but we needed to try to make a change. And that was one of the avenues we tried to do that with.
137 passing yards in the fourth quarter for Scott. That's a little bit of a spark.
Sure.
Read anything into that?
I can read in whatever you want, I guess. What I read into it is that he did a nice job, stepped in, and we want our guys to be productive, and he was productive. Good job by Scott, as well as the offensive line, and everybody else takes part. Vic over here on the left, and our guys did a nice job making plays.
Talk a little bit about your team's defensive effort. Some of the coaches, they were 3 of 19 combined on third down conversions. They got 236 yards. They had to drive, 27, 26, 5, and 54 yards. What were the first 4 scores?
Yeah. Well, it's a goal of ours to, get off the field on third down. Like I said, the quarterback made a lot of great third down conversions. Our offense, they turned it over, but we got to be there to pick them up. Unfortunately, we weren't, and Richmond came away. Points.
Well, weather games are always frustrating. How difficult is it to play in a game where the weather starts off and it's warm, then it's pouring, then it's just cold, then it's pouring, and then, when it's changing like that, how hard is it as a player? You just
both teams got to play on the same field, so you try not to let it affect you. Stay in your schemes, just try to think about the game, not the weather.
Victor, could you talk to the weather and just how it might have affected the way you guys operated or if it did?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, of course, as when you want to throw on third and long, things like that, your footing gets a little slippery out there. But, it's no excuses. We have to convert. We have to make first downs when we get the opportunity, and we didn't do that today.
How about their quarterback, as Coach alluded to, it seemed like in key situations he was able to scramble and get as much as was necessary. Speak of frustration that brings with you.
Oh, yeah. He's a very talented kid. He was able to make a lot of plays off athleticism and his legs. So, certainly if they account for that, we made adjustments, but he made a couple of great plays.
Anything else?
Can you talk about the focus opportunities early, what you guys had a chance to kind of put Richmond kind of game on their first drive and get touchdown, a couple of drop balls here and there, something like that?
Yeah, first drive, I mean, we had some shots. We had a couple of shots. We were kind of against the wind, so it was kind of hard to judge the ball when it went up in the air. So the first drive, when we kind of faked them a little bit and had me wide open in the end zone, was just the ball was a little over my head. But of course, it's a drive you kind of want to take back and try to put a 7 on the board instead of 3. But I mean, the whole game we had some opportunities despite the rain, and we just didn't convert.